Please state your full name for the record, please.
Joshua Seven.
All right. Where did the Seven family originate?
The Seven family originated in France, not northern France.
What was the reason for eventually leaving France, and where did they end up going to?
They left France in the 1700s. They were considered Huguenots and left due to persecution from Catholics. They ended up settling in an area as part of modern day Germany and known as Bavaria, Baden, Bavaria to be specific.
What was like the dialect they spoke at the time?
It's documented they spoke a dialect of German called High German, yeah, and which was consistent with the region that they lived in at that time.
Okay. And what was like the relative social standing of the family at the time?
They were considered well off and they were well educated.
Okay. When did they end up leaving Germany and to go to the U.S.?
They left Germany, modern day Germany, Bavaria at the time, during the 1840s.
Okay. And like, what were the main reasons for having to leave Germany?
It's well documented that there was great instability in that region at that time, and they left Bavaria for opportunity here in the United States.
What did they do when they came to the U.S. originally for work?
Their original occupations were listed as they listed themselves as farmers, and within a generation, there's one side of the family became stonemasons, the other side became lumber retailers.
During the immigration process, did they ever have to help other extra family migrate?
So it's well documented that as the family came here, there were two brothers that came here together. Both Carl being the older brother, maybe 10 years senior to George Valentine, our ancestor. And so it's as they migrated here together, George helped and lived with his brother until a point where he was able to start his own farm, and then eventually having his son start a lumber retail company.
Did they ever have to send any money back to Germany?
There's no documentation of them needing to send money back to Germany.
To continue on with the social status, how did their social status end up changing from France to Germany to the United States?
So it's not documented what their social standing was in France. I do know that one of our oldest ancestors was a count, which meant basically a land, not a landowner, but someone that they controlled and looked over, the management of land. And then it's documented that they were well educated in Germany at the time, but no occupations were listed. And so they were generally considered well to do as they quickly established farms here in Pennsylvania, and but the initial children that were born here were not able to seek post-secondary education.
Mm. So, I know you said that we started off as farmers. How did the occupations change from when we originally came to the United States, and then later on, after being here for a while?
Right. Yeah. So as the family came here in the 1840s, and then throughout until the turn of the century, Carl's brother George Valentine, named after his younger brother, our ancestor, he was brought up as a farmer, but it eventually became a stone mason, and then George, the younger brother, his son became a lumber retailer, eventually owning his own storefront in the area of Leetsdale, where he would market his products.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.